Hey campers, Georgia, back in the man cave. Checking out some Barlows from Keith. Let's check him out. So I'm pretty sure you know I've been going through the 50 knives that Keith gave me the other day. You probably saw the video I made. Oh, the joy. So I started going through them and I was like, how am I going to show everybody just what Keith has given me? I mean, this is an unbelievable gift from a very generous man. Couldn't figure it out. And I thought, you know what? There's a bunch of Barlows in there. Everybody loves a Barlow, right? Well, now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more I can add to my Barlow collection. Yeah, 10. A quick look at what he gave me, just the Barlows. So as you can see here, I have them set out here, not really in any particular order, except maybe the last 4. Okay, all of them. It's a great collection. And it's such a wide range. And I'm looking here and I'm missing one. Hold on, forgot. 11 Barlows. If I sit here long enough, maybe it'll grow a little bit more. No. So I'm just going to go through and just show you the Barlows he gave me. And having looked at them for a while, I decided I'd just show you them all and choose my favorites. They're all my favorites, but my more favorite than others. And you know why I chose them. So here we go. And the first one up is this guy. See it? Your typical everyday Barlow, right? It is a 2-blader, and here you can see it here. Very typical. This is a pretty straightforward, very commonly seen Barlow. It has a big nasty clip on it, and it has a nice little pen blade that goes with it. It has the sawtooth imitation cut, whatever it is. Handle has the Barlow on the big, huge bolster, which is what everybody sees. And of course the shape. That's a Barlow, right? This one, shock and horror, is an Imperial. And here you can see the tank stamp. Here's the info. It's in pretty good condition. I mean, it's been used, but just all the knives that Keith gave me are all in really good conditions, except maybe 1 or 2 that need to be restored. He has really kept these knives very well. Here's another one. Look at that, with the sawtooth pattern on the handles. And you can see this one says Barlow, and on the other side, it's a Sabre. See that? Sabre brand on it. See that? Very cool handle. I like this. Very bony. Is it bone? I'm not sure. Here it is here. And you can see this is one of them that needs a little bit of love. Not a big deal. Just needs to be cleaned up. Look at the blades. Once again, very good condition blades. Very nice. It'll be a nice little cleanup project. I really like this coloring on the scales. And of course, you know, you can see how big the springs are on these. Another typical Barlow. And this one, like I said, is from Sabre brand. Not sure where it is made. Hold on, let me get a pencil. Because as you know, Sabre made their knives all over. The Sabre brand, they were made in Germany, Korea, Japan, you name it, somebody made it. And I'm not seeing here. This one doesn't say where it was made. Normally they'll say Germany. Oh, Japan. Sabre Japan. Oh, and it needs a bit of love. And listen, and it's sticky. And listen to the snap on that. Did you hear it? Very cool. Sabre, another basic tradition. Here's another one. Barlow, Look at that. See that? Big bolster, that sawtooth on the handle, and another one that needs a good cleanup. But once again, the blades are in good condition, and it's your typical Barlow. See that? And this one, interestingly enough, just says USA on it. So who made it? Well, anybody could have made it. One thing you will notice is look how big that deep that clip is, and it has USA on it. Another interesting thing is if you look at the blades, you can see right along here is the edge, right? Flat on the other side, and that's both blades. You've only got like a half ricasso on one side. You see that? Unusual. Flat, so that means sharpening it. You keep this flat and you only sharpen one edge. Pretty cool, a little different. USA made, who knows? Probably colonial. I don't know. And here, and you know me and these guys, look at this guy. Very nice. This checkered pattern on the handle, the big, I want to say, nickel silver bolster on it, your standard blades, nail nick with match strikes, and yep, as you saw, it's a Rough Rider. And if I remember, this one was one of their fancier ones. And if you look at the tank stamps on it, you see that? Very cool. Very cool. It has that anvil on there. And of course, the Rough Rider badge in there. Unusual badge. Very cool. Very nice. I love a Rough Rider. Look how clean they are. And they don't cost you an arm and a leg. What do you do? I'm going to be honest here. I've never been a guy who's looked at a gun maker's knife. I always felt stick to guns, guys. But they're kind of growing on me now that I'm getting to look at them. And this one here, you can see, is a Winchester. Look at that. Look at the handle. It has that bone imitation. What's that? That jig bone. I don't think it is bone. It's probably imitation. You can see it has the nickel silver big bolster. Look how big that is. And by the way, a true Barlow, if you look at it, the bolster has to be a third or bigger of this whole size of the knife. Well, if you look here, 1, 2, 3, Barlow. So that's how you tell a true Barlow. Didn't know that personally. Now on the tank stamp, it says Winchester trademark USA. So it's a USA made one. And of course it has the etching on the blade. Not really a fan of that, but I don't have a problem with it. I just think it's kind of odd that you do that, because when people sharpen it, that it wears away in use. And of course it has your regular clip and pen. Very nice, really in good condition, really is. So your Winchester, USA made. Cool. Then we have a beater, is what I call him, and it's this guy. And right off the bat, you see, it doesn't say Barlow there, it says New Holland. And on the other side, in kind of pretty normal, it says Barlow. And if you're familiar with these guys, when I saw that New Holland, I knew right away it was a cut mask. Now this guy's a little beat up, needs a good restore. Whoot. And here it is here. It has the clip on it there and the pen blade. Needs to be cleaned up. This clip has kind of lost its point there, so that'll have to be touched up and a little rusty. Yay. So we have a restore here. And this, if you look, it says Cut Master, and I think it'll say Utica, right? Utica, New York. So very cool, very cool. Interesting company. Used to be Utica and then became Cut Master. This guy. Yep, look at that. Rough Rider again. Can't beat this. This is the RR378. Surprisingly, a lot of people see these and think gun manufacturer. And here it is here. It's a beautiful little knife. Look at that. Very shiny, very nice. But it has the bullet. You see that? So a lot of people go, oh, Winchester, oh, whoever, Smith & Wesson, whatever. But nope, it's a Rough Rider. And this was their series. I'm trying to remember what they called it. I'll think of it soon, I promise. Very well made, your typical Rough Rider. Just the cost on these things makes them worthwhile. Very clean. Look at that, all that brass on it. Very nice. Standard clip pen. Interestingly enough, for Rough Rider, has the nail nicks, but no match strike. So I just remembered what these are called. Caliber. Oh, there you go. I think you see it there. And these obviously made in China. It actually says on there, if I remember. Yeah, there you go. Rough Rider. Another one. Beautiful little knife. Very clean. Love all the brass on it. And now we're starting to get into the, George's favorites. Here we go. Rough Rider. Yeah, again. This is RR289. And this one, I like. It's a good-looking knife. And one of the reasons is the color. Look at that color. And it has that jig bone imitation. I don't think it's bone. But look at it. Look how clean the sky is. And it's red. That's what I like about it. It's got that nice big badge on it, Rough Rider. And it has the horseshoe. You see it there, on there. They always say tested sharp. And they do come sharp. And it's a standard Rough Rider. Barlow. It has the clip and the pen on it. Look at that. Very nice. And you can see the tang stamps are different, totally different. And I couldn't remember what the series was, but I know they made these specifically with all these extras on it, which makes it very cool, very cool. Well made, once again, a lot of brass on it. The liners are big. See that? Show you that. Beautiful little knife, sharp. I love this. The red just got me. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, there you go. A little different. You're not going to see a lot of that with a Barlow. Now, this next one, I think there were a lot of comments on this one when people looked when I went through the knives. And here it is here. You can see it says Barlow. Barlow. And right off, you look at it and you go, where's the clip? Well, this one, surprisingly, does not have a clip blade on it. Very cool. It's got that kind of very simple sawtooth on it. But look at this. It's a sheep's foot. A sheep's foot Barlow. Wow! And of course, it has a nice big pen. Look how big that pen blade is, right? Now, once again, it's a little unusual, and you see this a lot with these guys. You got that ricasso, okay, and the grind, but it's not quite as obvious on this side. But there is a grind, and it's the same on both sides. And if you're wondering, Colonial, there you go. Look at that. Could use a little bit of love. I'm a Colonial fan. I love their knives. Only thing is, you can never date them. So that's always an issue. Some people can, by what materials were used, you could get kind of sort of in the age range. Sheep's foot. Totally different. Totally off the wall. Same style. They just changed that main blade to a sheep's foot, which I saw and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Right? Because Barlows, it's a clip and a pen, right? Or just a clip, single blade. One thing though that I did notice, if you look at the pen blade, look at that. See that? At first I thought it was a hole. It looks like I want to say somebody tried to weld it or something. Can you see that? A little odd. No big deal. Doesn't really affect the blade. If you clean it up, you can still sharpen it. Won't affect the edge. Okay. Is that straight? It is. It's a hole right through. I just rubbed my finger over it and some of that stuff moved. So it does go right through. You see that? Huh. Well, I don't know. Maybe there was a reason for it. I'm not sure. But that. Totally different. Whoot! Colonial. This next one, well, I'll just show it to you. Look at this guy. Okay? Look at that. It says tip top. Tip top, right? Barlow for sure. And it has the traditional blades on it. Let me open them for you. I'm going to cut myself. There you go. Look at that. It's not a clip. It's a spear point, right? Or maybe a drop point. It needs to be cleaned up, but it'll probably look more of a drop point than a clip. Another unusual one. And this handle is beautiful. Look at that. And of course, what tops it all, can you see that? See that there? Camellias, right? Camellias? Camellias, my favorite. Love these guys. And they did not disappoint with this one. Wow! Here's the info on the tang stamp. Very unusual. So, there you go. Very nice. I believe this is bone, but can't be sure. Actually, no, it's probably imitation. So, you can see it there. I'm biased. When I like a manufacturer, I see any of their knives and it's in a group of the same style. I'm like, that's the best one. Is it? I don't know. But it's a Camellias. Winner for me. Beautiful. This one I love. And it needs a little bit of love and it'll be a nice cleanup. Last but not least, this guy. See that? Remember how I said that, I'm not big on gun makers? Well, here we go. This is the box it came in. Remington UMC. Traditionals Barlow series. So this is part of a series. And now I'm thinking, I want to look to see what else they have. Look at the box. That picture is so cool. So, I look at it and I'm thinking, look at that picture. It's an old guy with a young guy, the old guy, doing something with the knife, which is kind of traditional. Right? Very nice. Love that. And this is it here, and it's, like I said, it's a Remington. Look at that. Look at that. It has that sawtooth, and on the badge it says Remington. Very nice. This is a nice knife. And, you have your pen and your clip. But I really like this simply because the way they present it, for one. And you can see here on the tang stamp, it's the Remington UMC. So, very nice. Yeah, it's a little sharp, but very cool. And of course, by the way, it did have a half stop. I don't think the other ones do. This one does. And it came in a nice box. It came when you open up the box, and I want to show you something on that box, which makes me wonder. You see it in the box? Now I'm going to take it out and show you the insert. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. That's a sheep's foot insert, right? Right? They must have made it that way, which just happened to, they obviously have one that has a sheep's foot. Came with paperwork. And here you can see it here. The paperwork. And it's how to fillet a fish. Care for your Remington knife. Sharp in more ways than one is what they say. And how to sharpen it. Very cool. Interesting. They show How to sharpen the serrated blade, choke tool application for the cap, magazine retainer, and rear sight screws. See that? They show you how you can fix your Remington. Wow. And then they go an R2 waterfowl serrated blade, R3 big game gut hook and saw, tools for removing pins from shotgun. Very cool. I really need to look up this series. So it's the traditional Barlow series from Remington. Gonna have to look into that. If I find more information, I'll let you know. But a very, very cool knife. I really like this. Just the way it's presented, and it has, all the stuff with it. And me being an old traditional guy, I love this picture. So there you go. The 11 Barlows I got from Keith. Very cool. Love this. And look, I even got some extra work to do on them. Do some restoring and get them all cleaned up and oiled, and adds to my Barlow collection. Kind of doubled my Barlow. Tripled my Barlow collection. And what do? Barlows, Barlows, Barlows. You gotta love them. Look at them. Beautiful, beautiful. And this one I am so excited about. It's a Camillus. Just saying. You will be safe out there. Especially when out there with all these sharp and shinies. I see you guys, when I carry maybe 3 knives, max. And that's because I have one on a key ring. I might have a belt and a pocket knife, or 2 pocket knives. There you go. But you guys that carry all these knives, I'm surprised you don't have scars everywhere. I know I would. I've seen guys that have 5 or 6 knives on them. What do? You can't have too many knives, right? Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll be back. That was 11 knives. There's still, 49 to go. Just saying. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. Keith, my friend, beautiful. Many thanks. And we'll see you again soon.